We're back. October 25th. Let's bring this subject back in here. Let's talk about the GOP.
On the spot is going to talk about Uncle Ruckus. Let's get
Herman.
Hey, you know what? I have dreams about 999. What y'all got to say?
777.
777 32.
Hey.
I mean,
You a tax? You accountant? Tell us.
Well,
is that workable?
Wait.
I think it. I mean, well,
You got what? You got a master's in
finance?
in finances?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this going.
All right, I don't think that his plan is feasible, only because it doesn't address other issues. Like, how are you going to pay? The only way we pay for defense is through taxes.
Taxes.
We can't.
taxes.
Can't keep cutting taxes, or you can't have a 9% flat tax. It's not going to be enough at the end of the day.
Flat tax.
You can't. Right now, we have 33% for certain. You can't go from 33% to 9%, and then think that we're going to have enough there to do what we need to get done. Going forward. I mean, we have infrastructure issues. We have,
Of course,
defense. We
got a deficit.
We have a deficit, of course. Like, I mean, but the thing is that I actually like Herman. I think he's become more like the Occupy Wall Street. He's more of a sideshow in this situation.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know yet, because I don't know if people are looking at him like the fringe African American candidate. That his spot should have been Michelle Bachmann's spot.
She's upset.
Yeah,
she's
you know
upset.
what I mean? His spot of the whole running on some sort of slogan and some sort of gizmo. You know what I mean?
Michelle has fell off really bad.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Five of her
her.
just quit.
Yeah.
And put out a press release.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's deep. You know when it's going bad. Let's go back to Uncle Ro.
What is she born?
Well, let's before we move there,
Okay.
let's go back to this.
Talk about your uncle.
All right. So you know what? How do you come out with 999 and tell us that this is workable? But see, the key is, I think it's great. Listen, if the Republicans want to embrace an African American male that's going to lead the party, but unfortunately, they're leading them backwards. And then for poor people, 999. You mean you cut the taxes over here and you start paying extra? For poor people, will have to be able to shoulder everything else.
He said it was apples and oranges.
Well, you know what? And then now Perry's coming out with 2020. What is with the GOP with numbers?
It's about flat tax.
2020s.
It's a flat tax thing.
It's flat tax.
Brother Saquon,
Well,
did you see it? Rick Perry came out to do
it came out today. I didn't get a chance to sort of review it. I heard it on 1010 Wins this morning.
Yeah,
But
Rick
I know it was 2020. Where was he?
I don't know.
It's optional. It's not for everybody, because you also want, listen at this. This is the Republican start of doing away with Social Security.
Okay.
He said the up and coming, the young people, my son's age,
Right.
if you don't want to, you can opt out of Social Security.
You can opt out if you want to.
They said privatize it, we'll bankrupt it, whatever you want to call it. Opt
Okay.
out.
I just wish there was like some sort of magic potion that I can just take every good thing from each of these GOPs and just put them in a ball. Like, I like Rick Perry's idea of HPV vaccination. He created the mandate. He also allowed.
He took a lot of money for it.
Yeah, I mean, he also allowed a substantial portion of the illegal immigrants, their kids, to go to school in Texas. Then you have Mitt Romney, who has this healthcare issue, and the fact that if he is a Mormon, he will then help transcend Southern Americans to think that there are other religions and faiths within the United States that can be accepted.
You think the right can see that far?
I don't know. I don't.
That's impossible.
I'm asking. I'm saying I want to put him in the
They
ball.
said he's a non-Christian.
Yeah.
You give the Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh listeners that much credit?
I don't give them any credit at all. I think that they absolutely need to be led through repetition, which is why you have Herman Cain continuously saying the same thing.
999.
And it's almost like a baby who needs to be said, don't stick your hand in the socket 1,000 times in order for them to understand that you're not supposed to stick your hand in the socket.
So you think they'll be diverse on religion if
the potential is there. I mean, actually, I'm absolutely an Obama activist. I'm loyal. I can't see America without Obama. That's but if it was a Mitt Romney there, I wouldn't be upset about that.
Okay,
you know
but
what I mean?
let me throw something at you. Rick Perry, after hanging out with Donald Trump, brought up the birth certificate issue again.
Again, we're going back.
Yes. Does that put him, where he was trying to step forward with everybody was hyped up with his
You got to think. Rick Perry, before he decided to run for president, was trying to secede from the union.
Yes,
he was trying to take.
But they're not talking about that.
Yeah, they're not saying anything about that.
Because Rick got a lot of money, and strategically he's somewhat positioned in a good spot.
Mhm.
But if Rick start elevating his status later on down the line in a national race one-on-one with him and Obama, do you think that would be a very big subject?
I don't think Rick will even get that far. He has
I don't think
absolutely
so.
shown
Yeah,
that he's probably.
But he has the money to hang in.
Well, he
But
may have.
Newt
but-
Gingrich is picking up steam.
Well,
slowly.
What does that mean?
Because he
If
seems-
you're starting at the end. You know, there's nothing saying a lot. You're
Yeah.
not saying a lot.
Okay,
You may add 3 or 4 points, but you're at the end of the
Where
game.
was John McCain at last election?
Yeah, but see,
But Newt is like. When you
Newt
look
is
at
an
Newt, he's the
excellent
only.
debater.
Yes, he
Well, he
seems
got
like the
that
only
down.
sensible
See,
person.
But see, that's
in the
where
whole argument.
that's where although he doesn't have any money.
Money.
But long as you're consistent and Rick Perry keep looking like a fool on every debate,
but here's where you say the Republican Party is very unstable. The only person who's been always consistent is Ron Paul.
yes.
But they don't like him though.
They don't for some reason.
But
way
guess
too
what?
radical for him. I don't
Sometime
think
in the
he's way too
polls,
radical. The dude
sometime in the
Well,
polls,
people say he's way too radical. What is he radical about? The Fed?
I'll tell you one thing. Like he wants
To get rid of the Fed?
He wants airlines to be in charge of their own security. He doesn't think that the United States should be in charge of TSA.
Okay.
Are you serious? I mean, no, I mean, you know.
No.
I mean,
You know,
he
interesting.
doesn't want. He doesn't think that
We
that
should
there
be
should
in
be
these wars, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think there should be. That's not. I mean, that's one of the more acceptable points. But
Right.
there are some sort of radical. You know, he wants the corporations just to be able to just run themselves. Like there should be no issue where
Regulation.
Yeah, at
Right
all.
now-
I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
forget what the polls say.
Right.
Who do you see as the most dynamic Republican we're going to close out?
Romney.
Romney. Yep, Romney. I mean,
Got it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's no. I mean, I feel if Romney is there, I'm not angry about that.
Herman Cain is starting to.
You know what, Uncle Ruckus? He's going to make a lot of money after this, and that's what he should do. He should go on to the sunshine.
He's the national equivalent of the Rinse Too Damn Hot Party.
There you go.
But
Oh, that's a diss.
There's another. There's
It's the
another.
truth.
You know what? Let me take it back because he's a very smart man.
Right.
He's run some big. He's a
Yeah,
good. I'm not, I
he's
want to. Does he last a year and a half of doing this?
That's
He has
a
no
good point.
money.
Exactly. But
He
I'm
has
just saying.
nothing.
But
The
he's
long
still.
haul.
But
Does he last a year
I'm
and
gonna
a
close
half?
out. And I'm gonna say this before I close. He
Right.
said it best.
Right.
In his third quarter,
Mm-hmm.
I think he raised about $1 million, $2
Yeah,
million.
coming in.
He said, "I have no debt.
There you go.
I have no debt.
But you got to get to the end. That race is long.
That race is long and
And
his
Michelle
money
is
is short."
almost wilted. She's like, I'm almost out of it.
With that note, we're gonna close out.
All right.
See you next week on the spot.
On the spot.
Take it easy. We out.